Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Nativity School of Worcester's first ever virtual celebration, a night with Nativity Nights. My name is Elizabeth Deliberto, and I am the interim president at Nativity Worcester. Although I wish we could be celebrating the incredible achievements of our students and graduates at the Clark showroom in either Boston or Milford, or in our own Briggs Gymnasium, I'm so grateful that you're joining us tonight. From March 2020 to March 2021, our classrooms and hallways were empty, and the once bustling campus with over 60 students and 24 faculty and staff members was quiet. This has been a year like no other, but the essence of what makes our school special has remained the same. With the tireless efforts of our devoted faculty and staff, committed families and graduates, and dedicated supporters, we have made it through this remarkable time together. While we may not be completely beyond the challenges this year has brought, our community has given us many reasons to celebrate. Last week, we were able to open our doors to our full student body for the first time in over a year. Our 8th graders have been accepted to high schools of their choosing and will soon become Nativity graduates. And our graduates in their senior year of high school are making post-secondary plans to continue their education, trade, or enter the workforce. Our Nativity men are moving forward. This celebration tonight has been made possible by one of our incredibly generous trustees, Tom Clark of Clark Companies, and the talented production team at CBS WBZ Boston. And with additional cause for celebration, Tom and Janine are matching every donation made up to $100,000 tonight. We appreciate your consideration of doubling your impact to support our mission. We have a great night ahead for you featuring the heart and soul of our community, our students, graduates, families, and faculty members. I hope you enjoy this window into Nativity Worcester's world. Nativity School of Worcester is a private, Jesuit, tuition-free middle school for boys of all faiths. We have small class sizes, an extended school day, an extended school year, and a graduate support program. Those components really provide for a close-knit community and strong relationships with both students and families.
We reach out into that part of the Worcester community that is most underserved. We call forth these families, supporting them and helping them discover that there are resources available to them and that their dreams can be realized.
Strength, scholarship, character, and service are really at the heart of everything that we're doing here. Every aspect of the school day, whether it's the after-school program, the evening study program, and academics, the students are aware of where they are living out those values.
Every day the kids are here from 7 in the morning till 6:30 at night. They are learning academics, they're going to sports, they're going to evening study where they can get tutors, do their homework in a safe, quiet space, and their needs are being met across the board, whether it's what they need to learn in that particular subject or what they need socially or emotionally. We're really able to help them grow as people.
It's a home, it's a family, it's a place full of opportunities.
You're accepted, and it's a place where people take the time to love and appreciate your child just as much as you do, and they value them.
It's a place that puts you on a path to success later on in life.
And they challenge you and they give you the resources, and after doing that, you just flourish in the environment.
My oldest son was having issues in public school. He did not want to go to an all-boys school, but at that point he didn't want to go to school anymore at all. We felt like we were losing him. He didn't trust teachers anymore. He didn't feel valued or liked. And he tried to flunk out, but the teachers saw right through it and stuck with him. I will never forget when he got accepted to college. He got his acceptance letter and he cried. We both cried. And he said, you know, you always told me I was smart, but I never knew it till now. And Nativity taught me that I'm a good person and that I have value in this world.
Coming here, I obviously knew it was not going to just be that piece of cake. You have to have the strength to work every single day. I think around 5th grade, I took a lot of things for granted, and that's something I regret because I had a lot of opportunities 5th grade year. 6th grade, my grades were terrible. I started to improve, and that was when I realized if I just continue doing what I'm doing, then I could eventually become the person I want to be.
Starting Nativity, I was really a closed-minded person, and as soon as it hit like 6th grade, I started to notice that other people around me needed more help than myself, and I didn't really be a one-person guy. I started opening up, and just being just like that really helped me be able to open more doors for myself in high school, and now the option of college.
It's so many different things that this school addresses and gives you a chance to change, and they give you hope and courage and strength. It's really a great group of people. I have met people at this school in 6th grade and 5th grade that I still talk to this day. One of them is Mrs. Torres. She was the 6th grade lead teacher when I first arrived in 5th grade. I just had a phone call with her about my college application. It's really a community that will not give up on you.
Nativity played a big part in my life. It helped me get into great high schools. It pushed me to be better than what I was. I wanted to give back what I received here, especially in the position that I hold as high school placement and support. I remember having that person here for me, and I wanted to be able to give that back to as many students as I possibly can, and give that same support that my family received to the families that we currently have now.
It's not just a school, it's more of a part of your life that you're going to advance through.
There is nothing comparable to this school in the city of Worcester.
Our Jesuit ideology, our personalized approach to teaching, our family involvement, and small class sizes make this a really distinct educational opportunity.
Not only can they present themselves to the world as a well-rounded, educated man, but they've also learned how to give back to their community and to others. They wouldn't have learned that lesson anywhere else.
Nativity School of Worcester is a uniquely singular experience for students because of the relationships they build here and the family that they'll take away for years to come. Strength, scholarship, character, and service. These 4 pillars are the foundation that guide our students, faculty, and staff throughout their time at Nativity Worcester and beyond. These pillars guide our students in the way they approach their academic work, as well as how they treat one another. Whether it's in the classroom, the cafeteria, or on the basketball court, our students strive to be Nativity men at all times. These 4 pillars provide the building blocks for our students to develop and foster values that they take with them beyond their time at Nativity. Next, you will hear from various members of our community about what the 4 pillars mean to them, how Nativity has helped them learn these core values, and how they show up in their everyday lives.
As a Jesuit school, I think we really want to consider the whole person and educating the whole person. And if we're not thinking about who they are and how they're exhibiting character, how they're showing service to others, the scholarship piece is of course critical. We want them to be successful, but without those other pieces, that isn't going to really matter as much.
What Nativity Man means to me is a man for all people, a man that does the right thing, not because they're supposed to, but because they want to.
When you're a Nativity man, then you're someone who is a leader, and you try and embody that every day that you're here. Whether you're inside the school or outside the school, wherever you are, try to just make everywhere you go a better place.
My favorite one is like service, because you get to help other people and you get to grow from it.
I always like community service because sometimes when I drive, well, no, I don't drive, when my parents drive around and like we go through parks, and I just like have this feeling when I was like younger, like it wasn't polluted and everything. It just makes me like angry with the humanity and everything. And like whenever we have community service, it just like pays something, like it's not like a part of Worcester isn't dirty anymore.
Every week we have our Nativity Man of the Week, and the way that we honor that student is by talking about the way that they've reached the 4 pillars throughout that week, and usually beyond 1 week.
We as a faculty and staff vote every week on which student has exemplified those 4 pillars, and we give very specific examples so each student can try to aspire to be doing that frequently.
I won Nativity Man in February or January because I did good in the previous week. I did everything I was supposed to. It made me feel good because I would know that I can continue this on and even do better.
Yeah, the 4 pillars are like, I want to say like my base foundation in life. I'm going to carry them every single day. I used to think when I was going here, like, why are they making us study 4 pillars? Like, I'm never going to remember this for the rest of my life. It's useless, but no, you're actually going to use them and you're going to remember them for the rest of your life, and they're going to make you a nativity man.
I've carried those 4 pillars through every day of life, and I always think back to them and how can I be better? How can I be a better person, a better nativity man? And which pillar can I exemplify today to make myself that better person?
So to leave here as a nativity man is someone who is confident, someone who is caring, someone who is, they have all the academic tools that they need to be successful, and someone who has goals and visions to be the best people that they can, and just impact the world for the better.
Our measurement for success is really, can they be good people in the world and find their happiness? Hello, I'm Emily Kent, and I'm the principal here at Nativity. I'm so pleased you're joining us this evening. If you ask anyone who's been to our school, whether as a fellow, teacher, staff member, board member, volunteer, or donor, they can tell you that what makes our school special is our boys. Nativity's success is a direct result of the hard work and commitment of these boys. They're willing to attend school 11 hours a day and during the summer because they know their commitment to themselves is worth it and they are capable of anything. I could talk for hours about these young gentlemen, but I know they always say it better themselves. Please enjoy hearing from some of our current students about what their nativity experience means to them.
I really didn't want to go because I had to make new friends, leave my old school where I thought I was doing well in and I was doing pretty good, but then I realized that there are far better opportunities at Nativity than when I was at my old school.
My brother previously went here, and I knew it was gonna be a great learning experience because they taught him a lot, so I could be taught a lot too.
The opportunity coming to Nativity, it opens many doors. And it also opens many doors way beyond high school, colleges, career.
My favorite part about Nativity School is everyone that goes to Nativity, because they'll make you feel that Nativity will be a good school that you would always remember. They make sure that you will come out of the school smarter than ever, and that's why I really love Nativity.
So I've actually changed greatly by being at Nativity. So basically, before I pretty much didn't think I was doing my best when I was actually learning and trying to become a better student. I took the time and decided that I needed to change, and I started doing better by taking teachers' opportunities to go to office hours and such, and taking the time to study for exams and other tests.
Nativity shapes you into being a nativity man and being a better person in general. They show you the 4 pillars. There's community service that help you become a better person, show you responsibility, other important traits that you need in life.
So I'd say Marcos is one of the most curious students that I've ever seen. He is frequently asking questions, wanting to know more, striving to know more, and then he won't just ask questions. He will go home and do his own research and bring those facts back to the classroom and really engage and let everyone know what he's been studying and what he's looking into now.
He's just incredibly personable, and he's also really hardworking. He does well in all his classes and is always giving his best effort across the board. He's incredibly kind to his classmates as well.
My little brother Anthony is planning and applying to coming here to Nativity. He really wants to come here because he really wants to be in the building with me. He wants to follow my steps, and he just really cares about me. And I just tell him be the best that you can be, and don't follow my steps because I'm gonna go somewhere else. He could follow another path.
Joel, when he came in as a 5th grader, he didn't know a lot about basketball, but he really wanted to play. And so when he was on the team, he was probably the most coachable student that I've ever had.
If I were to play Mr. Perry, I would probably win, he would probably win, well, I would probably win, so yeah.
He's very curious and always wants to be making connections. He embodies what it means to be a nativity man across the board. He's incredibly sweet.
When I grow up, I want to be a surgeon and help in the medical field. so that people would be better like in their health. So I like to be a surgeon when I grow up.
He really wants to become a neurosurgeon, so a lot of our conversations are about that kind of what he needs to do to get to that point.
Jordan Oduro, he is an amazing, amazing student. He is just a stellar academically driven student, and I know he's going to do great things once he gets into high school and goes to college.
I would say one of the students in that class that really holds everybody together. I've seen him be a really great friend to some of his classmates who have had tough times during their 4 years here, and really care for classmates who have struggled.
He's always caring for his classmates and making sure that his classmates are good. Even during a class time, he tries to make sure, hey, where is this student? Where are they? Oh, do they need help? He's always there to lend that hand, to be that support and crutch for his students.
It makes me feel like I am an appreciated student here because there aren't many students in your classes, so Nativity better helps those students, and as you go forward, it's better to get in touch with those students, and it feels like someone's by your side to help you when you get in a low spot, or to like help you rise up to become better.
It's really nice that the teachers, they care about me and like other students. So I would say the Nativity they're very friendly.
That just makes me like really happy because I got into like a really good I opened a really good door for my let's say education, and this place like it just covers everything like let's say like family support, like emotional support. There's like a lot of people that like help you even like through tough times and everything.
Thank you for letting me come to Nativity so I could spend my time here and enjoy my time here with you all as a student.
Now that you've had the chance to hear from our boys directly, you know, as I stated earlier, that the success of Nativity is a direct result of the boys we are privileged to work alongside to be true. This year, more than ever, we banded together to make virtual learning work and feel as close to the home we have at 67 Lincoln Street as possible through our computers. Our boys, teachers, staff, and families stepped up to the plate and made our virtual campus a place where everyone was able to learn and build relationships, but nothing can compare to being physically together. Please enjoy witnessing the joy of our first day back in the building as our 5th graders came in person for the first time this April. So today we are welcoming the 5th grade back to school for the first time ever that they'll be in this building.
I think my thoughts are probably first going to be they're a lot smaller than I had imagined them to be on Zoom, but the second thought would be that just what an incredible experience we're able to get now and being able to experience what real teaching is.
Good things are coming, yeah, I know good things are coming. We had no time to react. Things are getting better real fast. I can feel it in my bones, we don't. Now it's time for a comeback, oh.
It feels good because this is my first time ever being in the building, and it looks way different than I thought it was online. So I think it's pretty cool being inside of the school.
Really exciting because now I'm in the building, taking classes here. And I was also pretty nervous because what happens if I do something embarrassing on my first day?
I knew it was going to be a really fun day because I got to see all my friends in person.
This is the first time I met them in real life. The only reason how I know them is by the Zoom.
I'm a small kid, so it's kind of like they're all bigger than me, so I get to see like how much like taller they really are in person.
I feel like some of them were much shorter than I expected.
And now that I'm actually here talking with them in real life and not by a computer, it's a lot more better.
It's going to be really fun because I had a fun day so far.
Come back, come back, come back, it's time for a comeback.
Hello, my name is Jordy Melendez. I am a Nativity graduate of the favorite class of 2008. I am now the Director of High School Placement and Support for the Nativity School of Worcester. The grad support program effectively tracks, supports, and mentors students beginning in 7th grade and continues through their adult life. We work one-on-one with all grads to continue to foster and draw upon the 4 pillars: strength, scholarship, character, and service. Having personally experienced the assistance and encouragement of the grad support program, I was able to attend a private high school and be the first person in my family to graduate from a 4-year college. The everlasting relationship with Nativity has led me back to become the director of high school placement. From my time at St. John's High School through the college process, interning for Nativity, and ultimately graduating from a 4-year university, the time, support, and resources that were given to me by Nativity's graduate support program were so special and key to my success. I was eager to return to Nativity to give back to the students that are sitting in those same desks that I once sat in. I am now here to advise and support students through their own journey. It is amazing to now be a part of Nativity's lifelong dedication, watching more and more students achieve their dreams.
So to be part of this community is to be part of it for a lifetime. It is something that's everlasting and really part of your future as you move forward.
The moment that you step through the doors and meet our boys, you become a part of Nativity School for life. We are all a family here, and you can really feel and sense that and become a part of it very quickly.
So it's a unique opportunity because we're with students for 12 plus years. So they're 4 years in middle school and then at least 8 beyond that. We have been in touch with people for way longer than that, but it is a commitment for life, really, to that student experience.
So family for life, that just means that no matter how far removed you are from your Nativity experience, you can always come back and there will always be a place here for you.
Nativity provides lifelong support for our students, specifically through the graduate support program. So we have a director of high school placement and a director of college placement or anything post-high school.
No one in my family has gone to college before. No one has applied to college. No one has done the financial aid for college. Without that support, I don't know if I would have been successful in applying to college. I don't know what my mom would have done when she was doing the financial aid paperwork and how hard that is and what forms you need and how to answer all the questions. It was one of the best moments that I've had in my life, is crossing that stage and getting my diploma from my 4-year university. I want to give that to the current guys here, to the guys that are currently in high school, to see how far I can push them and motivate them to be greater and not have that limit on them that they either put on themselves or other people have put on them, and just push them through to be the best that they can be.
When I graduated from Nativity, I went to a boarding school in New Hampshire. So I'm all the way in New Hampshire where it's cold, living on my own at like 14 years old. And then I remember frequently Nativity actually gave me care packages. And they even did that all the way up to when I graduated from college.
He would call me and say, "Ma, I got a box yesterday from the PTO mothers. That was so good. You know, they sent care packages to the kids." I want to cry as I say that, because this was so helpful for all of us parents that had our kids away and we couldn't do a lot of stuff for them. But the Nativity kept in touch with those kids all the time.
But just having that like Nativity support, it definitely makes you feel like you have a second family away from your immediate, so it was great.
I think because we spend so much time together and the boys are together for 12 hours a day, and most of the weeks of the year they bond together very quickly. It's a pretty intense experience that they're going through together, so they become brothers, and it really lasts beyond middle school.
So this is me right here in about 5th or 6th grade. This is Kane, this is Chris, this is Andy. I still remember everybody, keep in touch with them. And it's crazy, I wouldn't think that they would be a part of me for the rest of my life, at 5th grade, and I still keep in touch with them and everything, like Chris just had his daughter, I wouldn't believe, like 2 days ago. Like, these are really my brothers, we're not blood, but we're brothers, so I can't disrespect them and just label them as classmates. They're way much more than that and more valuable. So these are really my Nativity brothers, and I love them, yeah, for sure.
Like coming back when we had our 10th reunion or whatever, seeing everyone all over again, like I said, I'd be crying. Like it's so sad. It's not sad, but like you're happy to see everyone all over again because all the memories come back. And yeah, I'd say Nativity is a big family, even now.
Another big thing Nativity has is parent involvement. I would say they have 110% parent involvement. We don't only have every parent attending stuff at Nativity. We have grandparents, sometimes we have aunts, we have fathers. It's really parent-oriented school.
We do a lot to build our partnerships with our families, and I think that impacts the students' experience here tremendously. And that's not something that every school does. So, when we are talking about family engagement, we are talking about a lot more than just coming to a parent-teacher conference or, you know, checking in with a teacher about a student's grade. We're talking about families coming in for PTA meetings monthly, coming in on Saturdays to help us clean the school. Like, we really truly believe that in order for a student to be successful, we, as in the teachers, that student and the family need to be working together. And I think that makes the biggest difference.
Nativity for me has been everything. When I was a student, through financial crisis, through food, through just being here to 6:30, it helped my family so much.
I wish all schools around the world, public schools, would look at the model of Nativity School. The structure, the discipline, the uniform, the togetherness, the family. You know, it's like we were families, all the parents, grandparents, everybody was like family.
So it's definitely more than just a school. I'll do anything if Nativity asks me to do anything for an event, to speak or just to show up and for support. I'll definitely come. You know, one second, sorry, my eyes are getting watery.
Nativity's meant a lot. Being able to come here for 4 years, meet a lot of new friends, have great teachers. Honestly, Nativity opened so many doors that I didn't think could even happen. Nativity gave me my life.
Being able to take part in each boy's journey from adolescence to adulthood is a gift that no one in our school community takes for granted. Our boys' parents and family members trust us with their sons and allow them to be with us more often than they're at home each week. The faculty knows that this trust is precious, and they work hard every day to foster their relationships with each of the boys in our care. As a result, our teachers and students see each other as a family, and all our boys know they have a number of adults they can turn to at any time when they're in need of additional support. Our teachers know their students' hopes and goals, family members, and interests, as well as they know their learning styles and content knowledge. The boys know their teachers equally as well. We're all learning and growing together. Teachers make student voice a priority, and students are comfortable enough to speak up for what they believe in and express who they truly are. Next, you'll hear how this manifests for some of our students and teachers personally. Enjoy!
The relationship between students and teachers is really fun to watch. There is this compassionate, empathetic approach that makes students and teachers really open to one another.
The mission for the teaching staff is really to make sure we're providing the best education we can to these boys and really genuine learning opportunities for them.
Having a smaller class size allows for teachers to really get to know students on a totally different level than they may if they had many other students. And they're also getting to know their families really well.
The small class setting helped me. It was a more comfortable feeling asking teachers for help. They knew my learning style, they knew what to pay attention to, and that really pushed me through to be greater.
We're here during those long periods of times every single day from 8 to 6:30, so we're gonna obviously bond even more. So we'll definitely get to know like the teacher more at a personal level.
Tarik was always a very curious, smart kid that, you know, sometimes got himself in trouble with teachers because he would challenge teachers when they gave him something wrong. He always would say, no, I think it's right. And, you know, he was that kind of a kid, very, very smart and challenging.
I was very hard-headed, and I thought I knew the world already in 5th grade. So like now that I always look back at and reminisce about my past times in Nativity, and I'm definitely thankful. Nativity, like, it definitely makes you respect yourself more as a man, and it shows you respect too.
They make sure that they will be men when they leave Nativity, you understand? So they do everything, they take care of them, they protect them, they tell them when they're wrong, they correct them. It's endless.
I know I wasn't the best student, I gave them hell at times, but you know, I can definitely thank them a lot for just genuinely being there, because I know it was definitely tough, you know, for those long hours. You know, we're not putting ourselves in the teachers' perspective when we're students. So they definitely dedicated a lot of their lives towards us, and they tried genuinely. So I would definitely thank them from the bottom of my heart.
I love getting to know each of my students as individuals. It helps me understand what drives them and what motivates them. Such a big part of teaching and such a big part of education is not just learning the material just to learn it, but to be inspired to do more and to be motivated to pursue your passions.
My teachers, they're very sweet, they're very helpful, they're very caring, very positive. If you have a bad day, they'll like cheer you up. They'll like find a way to help you.
So education, of course, and the academics is a huge part of the school, but we also focus on like character development, how to make men for others so that they're not only impactful in their lives, but they can go out and make changes where they are.
And that's like the really positive part of the teachers, because they really want to know you and they want to like shape you into a better person.
I love all my Nativity teachers. It's actually crazy now. I still even keep touch with them, you know, on Facebook or something. I write a post and I see one of my teachers commenting. I'll be like, wow, that's crazy. Like, people don't even know, like, that was my teacher just from 6th grade and they're commenting on my post.
So just watching them progress from 5th grade to 8th grade is always a treat. And it's even better when they come back as 9th graders and graduates back to the school. It's just always good to see them and how they developed and where they end up. So they always joke that they're never coming back, but they always come back. They always come back.
We're from Worcester, Massachusetts. I mean, it's not like the worst city in the world, but you know, like there's some negative things that you're exposed to at a young age, and at Nativity, they definitely show you that there's way more positive things in the world to offer, and they do a good job of like at least promoting hope in a student, which is great, and it's all you can ask for.
I feel like I'm doing good right now. I feel like if I didn't go Nativity, I'd be like struggling. I feel like I'd be in a bad spot. Cause I know like I just had my mom growing up, so like I already know she's struggling, so I feel like I would just keep following that trend of like just struggling and struggling.
I know if I went to public school, I would have probably slacked off. You know, I wouldn't have that drive or that hunger every day like I do right now, which I owe to Nativity. So I definitely owe my life to Nativity, as drastic as that sounds.
They mean a lot to me. They're the reason why I'm here. Like I said, I was them once, and I want to give back to them what was given to me and more.
As you've witnessed tonight, the connections within Nativity Worcester's community reach far beyond the time you physically spend at the school. Graduates, teaching fellows, and families that entered Nativity Worcester's doors many years ago continue to stay connected to the school and one another because of the strength of the relationships they've built here. By being here tonight, whether you are a longtime supporter and friend of the school, or just tuned in because a friend asked you to join, we invite you to be part of this community. We are so grateful to have been able to celebrate with you tonight. A few particular groups noteworthy of thanks for their efforts over the last year. Thank you to our amazing students for their hard work and commitment to being lifelong learners, even during a global pandemic. Thank you to our incredible teachers for approaching each day with positivity, creativity, and ingenuity. Thank you to our Board of Trustees for giving so much of their time and resources to our school. Tom and Janine Clark, your generosity over the years has been invaluable, and we cannot thank you enough for making tonight's celebration so special. And finally, thank you for celebrating with us tonight and supporting our mission. Nativity Worcester could not exist without our dedicated supporters. Your commitment to supporting a quality education for our students and graduates has a lasting impact that fuels the strength of this community. Don't forget, Tom and Janine Clark are matching all donations up to $100,000 tonight. Take advantage of this generous match to help raise critical funds for our program. On behalf of all of us connected to the school and tonight's celebration, thank you for sharing this time with us. You make all of this possible. We can't wait to see you in Worcester soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support and for our donors for making a difference.
Thank you for inspiring the leaders of tomorrow.
Thank you for instilling the values that are important in life.
Thank you, endless thank you. Because without you, I don't know what I would do with my last son. Because they say the last kids or something else, he was a lot.
Thank you for teaching service and character.
Thank you for my strength and scholarship.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you for being part of our community.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Thank you for helping me become who I am today.
Thank you for opening your doors and opening your heart. God bless you. Open your doors wide and open your heart wide. Thank you.
Thank you from all of us at Nativity School of Worcester.